Hi, my name is Laura and I'm an independent consultant with Jamberry Nails. I'm going to show you today what to do with your Jamberry sample. So you would have gotten one of these cards, and if I mailed you the sample, you would have gotten an alcohol wipe and a nail file. If I gave it to you in person, I would have given you one of these wooden cuticle pushers as well. These don't mail very easily, so if you didn't get one of these, you'll need to use another kind of cuticle pusher. You can use a metal one or a rubber tip one, whatever works better for you. So the most important part about applying Jamberry nail wraps is making sure your nails are prepped properly. The way that the Jamberry nail wraps last so long is because they adhere to your nail, and you want to make sure you don't have any oils or cuticles on your nail. They'll prevent these from sticking really well. So when you're prepping your nails, you want to make sure that you don't have any bumpy ridges or anything rough on there. So you might want to use one of these blocks or one of these and just buff out your nail, get it nice and smooth. And then you're going to want to push back your cuticles with a cuticle pusher. If you have a lot of cuticles stuck to your nail and they're really hard to push back, you might want to get some of this. I just got this at Walmart. It's cuticle remover. You rub it on there and it'll dissolve your cuticle. And it's a lot easier to push it back. So make sure that you don't have anything stuck to your nail there. And then once you're all done with that, you'll want to go and wash your hands with dish soap, rub your nails, get all the oils off of there. Okay, and then when you come back, you want to take your alcohol wipe and put it on the nail that you're going to apply your sample to. Just get really good. And that dries out the nail, also gets all the oil off. So I know I'm going to do these two nails. So that's what I put the alcohol on. That is a very important step. If you put them on without that, the oil in your nail is going to make it so that this isn't going to stick very well. Then you're going to want to take your sample off the card, and I already matched it up before I knew which nail was going to go on. My nails are kind of wide. This one might be a little bit too big, but I'll show you what you can do about that. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit longer than I need it for my nail. And I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to take that off of there. You're going to want to be really careful not to touch the sticky side of the wrap so that it'll get oil in there from your fingers again. I'm going to use my blow dryer, and I'm just going to put it on low, and I'm going to blow dry this for a few seconds just until it starts to get soft. You'll be able to tell when it starts to get soft and bendy. Okay, and then I'm going to want to put it on my nail as far down as I can go without touching it to the skin. Now if you're putting it down and it looks like it's not going to quite be centered right, you can always pick it up, stick it back down again. Okay. And I like to use my thumb on the other hand for this part and just rub it down really well. Okay, once I have it pressed down really well, I'm going to get my cuticle pusher. I like to use this rubber tip one. It's nice. Also, you can use the eraser of a pencil or your wooden cuticle pusher. And you can kind of pull on it just to make sure that it gets any wrinkles or bumps out of there. So I've got it on there nice and smooth. So I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to trim right along the top of my nail. I'm not cutting my actual nail. I'm cutting right above my nail. That's another thing I forgot to say in the prep. You'll want to trim your nails to the length that you want them before you start. Okay, so I'm just slowly trimming this off of here. Now I'm just checking to make sure that it's not touching my skin. Sometimes the wraps are a little bit too big. I'll take my scissors and just kind of trim it. And this one's actually pretty good. I have a little bit of a space, but not too much. Okay, so it's kind of cooled off and I've smoothed it out and trimmed it. And I'm going to take my cuticle pusher again and just run it along the top of my nail to make sure it's on there really good. And then you want to take your nail file and just file in a downward motion. You don't want to go back and forth because that can, oh sorry, you don't want to go back and forth because that can catch on the wrap and that won't be good. I kind of like to do a little bit of a 45-degree angle here so that I have just a teeny bit of nail that the wrap isn't covering, and that prevents it from snagging on things. As you can see, some of the wrap is coming off there. After I've done it across the top, I like to just go down underneath the corners of my nail and just get any excess off there. So I can feel by running my thumb along there that there's no wrap left on the end of my nail. I'm a little bit worried right here that I've got some too far down. So I'm just gonna push it again and make sure that that's not touching any skin, and it's not some. Okay, so after you've got it all done like that, you'll want to do one more heat with the blow dryer, and I just leave it on until it gets uncomfortably warm. Then I'm just going to do one last rub, either with my rubber cuticle pusher, my thumb, or my wooden one. And then for the 7-day challenge, you're going to take your sample, put it on one nail on each hand, paint your other fingers, and then see how it lasts up. Take a picture on the first day and on the 7th day, and let me know how it goes. Thanks. Bye.